Hello everybody all around, my name is Starman64 and welcome back to Ranking the Albums, the series where I take my favorite albums from my favorite artists and rank their songs from most fire to least fire. Today we're going to be looking at the album Blank Banshee Zero by Blank Banshee. For those of you who don't recognize the name, he's a Canadian DJ who used to be the drummer for a band called Shinjuku Mad, who I'll definitely cover in a later episode. And after separating from this band, he started to make his own music in 2011 where he took on the name Blank Banshee. He then went on to make his first studio album entitled Blank Banshee Zero, which is what we're going to be looking at today. The album has a total of 15 songs and a total runtime of 32 minutes 58 seconds. I discovered this album after watching the video Sunday School by Lucienne Hughes, listening to the featured song Teen Pregnancy, and then checking out the actual album. So without further ado, let's get straight into ranking this album. For the number one spot on this list, I chose Photosynthesis. This song is one of my all-time favorites from Blank Banshee. There's something so mystical about this track, just the vocal track, the little acoustic guitar break. Blank Banshee just pieced this song together so well. Especially coupled with the music video, there's just something about it, I don't know. And for those of you who want to go support Blank Banshee after this video, I highly suggest you add this one to your playlist. And I've decided to give the second spot on this list to Wave Step. I really dig this track because it combines two things that I enjoy: trap music and retro video games. This song shares a similar relaxing aesthetic to Photosynthesis, but does it in a bit of a different way. The drum kit provides that modern era feel to it, while the sample provides that nostalgia factor to the track, which is what Blank Banshee Zero is known for. This is once again another song I suggest you add to your playlist. And I decided third place should go to Ammonia Clouds, one of Blank Banshee's more underappreciated songs, if I do say so myself. This song sports another really awesome sample and sets up its rather interesting vibe. There's a little guitar section similar to Photosynthesis, except this one uses a bass guitar, and the way he incorporated this feels very nice on the ears and gives the song a great deal of replay value. Coming up at number 4, we have, and y'all might recognize this one, Teen Pregnancy, the most popular Blank Banshee song as of now. You've probably seen this in intros, outros, frickin' animation memes. This song was impactful, to say the least. This track is also another great example of Blank Banshee's sampling ability. With artists such as Grandmaster Flash and Boards of Canada, this track reeled in a wide, diverse audience of people, which garnered its popularity. While personally I think this track is a bit overhyped, that does not take away from the overall experience.
I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid.
And I decided fifth place should go to Venus Death Trap. Another, in my opinion, really underappreciated song on this album. In fact, it's so underappreciated, Blank Banshee didn't even attach a music video to this one. This song is definitely more freeform compared to others, without the crutch of samples, which is what I think turned a lot of people off from this track, along with it, of course, being a teeny tiny bit dull. But despite what the masses say, I really enjoyed this one. And I've decided sixth place should go to Dreamcast, Blank Banshee's second most popular song as of now. This song actually has a really interesting background because it samples a Shinjuku Mad song. And at one point, Shinjuku Mad actually changed the title of the song on YouTube to Dreamcast, presumably for more clicks, but also to hint at the sample for Blank Banshee's track, which I'm assuming was a sort of nod to him being a part of Shinjuku Mad at one point. You could actually consider the song a remix of Resistor, a damn good remix I assure you, because no one recognized this sample right off the bat, due to the fact that it's using the vocal track from the song, and the way he incorporates these vocals with a sort of auto-tune effect, and this sort of dubstep-esque instrumental really differentiates the tone from the original song, which is why I really admire this track. However, I don't think it should be higher up on this list. And I've decided 7th place should go to Bath Salts. A very drastic shift in tone if you're listening to this album in full. Blank Banshee decided to go for more of an electro house vibe for this track, which I think was a very interesting choice. And even though there's this tone shift, I don't think it's that out of place in the album. And this is not a bad song overall, it is very well produced. I just think for a lot of people, this would be a bit of a turnoff, and that's why I don't think it should be higher up on this list. And I've decided 8th place should go to Purity Boys. This is yet another sampled track, sampling the Beach Boys and Purity Ring, which is sort of like two different worlds colliding together, as one's more of a techno-type song, and the other one is literally a 70s rock song. As I mentioned in Teen Pregnancy and Wave Step, those two worlds colliding sort of brings a nostalgia factor and gives us a really interesting experience. And I've decided 9th place should go to Hyperobject, another interesting track from Blank Banshee, because even though it sounds like it, this song is not sampled. It's actually sang by the lead singer of Shinjuku Mad, Cormorant, which is also another hint at his involvement with the band. This is another really chill, low-profile song that isn't really that notable when compared to the rest of the album. Nonetheless, this is a very enjoyable track. And I decided 10th place should go to B/Startup, the introduction track to Blank Banshee Zero. It's a simple remix of the Windows 95 startup theme and the Mac startup theme, with a drum kit overlaid, and I think that simplicity shows that not all Blank Banshee tracks have to be super complex to work. And I've decided 11th place should go to Cyber Zodiac. I honestly feel like this song should have been the closing track to Blank Banshee Zero. Just the nature of the track with the little outro bit at the end, which actually samples, even though you might think it's the other way around, the song Equinox from his Missing Nose EP, makes it feel like this should have been the last song and not the 6th to last song. But yeah, an overall chill track with not too much going on. And I've decided 12th place should go to World Vision. This is yet another remix track on the album, sampling the song Cosmogony by Bjork. It's another simplistic song, however I'm not super fond of this one. While the theme and aesthetic is definitely there, I just feel like this one wasn't as worked on compared to the rest of the album. And I've decided 13th place should go to... B. Shutdown Depression, the final track of Blank Banshee Zero. I really admire the sad, mellow tone of this track, and it just sort of leaves you with this empty feeling, like you want to come back for more. While this is another simplistic track, and arguably isn't his, I really think this is a pretty beautiful song, and a great way to end off this album. And I've decided 14th place should go to...
Visualization.
Visualization. This feels like another really drastic tone shift compared to the rest of the album, and in all honesty is kind of out of place. Instead of being sort of a trap remix type thing Blank Banshee is known for, this feels like a cross between vaporwave and guided meditation. I don't know, this track is nice to listen to, but it's just a bit weird in my opinion, and not something you'd really expect when listening to this album.
Drift more and more into this image. Let it become so real that you can look.
In last, but not, actually kinda least, I chose... Deep Space. There's not a lot going on in this track, and it's honestly kinda boring. It's just a simple drum kit line with this wub sound effect in the background, and there's nothing that really catches my attention or makes me want to come back to this song when I want to listen to Blank Banshee. This was actually the first music video he privated on his channel before unlisting all of them, and I think that's sort of saying something. So yeah, this is really the only track besides B, Shutdown, Visualization, and World Vision that I don't suggest you add to your playlist. And it looks like we've run out of songs. Now my dumbass forgot to give a rating to the album in the last video, so for this one, I've decided to give it a 9 out of 10. Great job, Blank Banshee, you really deserved it. If you're interested and want to hear these songs in full, I'll put the link to Blank Banshee's website down in the description where you can find this album and all of his other works. And if you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, you already know the drill. Like this video, share it with your friends, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification, make sure you set it to all instead of personalized so you get a notification every time I upload a new video, and make sure you join my Discord server where you can become an official member of the Starman Army. And until next time, this has been Starman64, now shooting in orbit. Pew!